Hello YouTube, want to make sure I'm recording here. I'm actually finally propping my camera up on something, so hopefully it won't be shaky this time. I am 37 weeks pregnant. Get this angled right. 37 weeks pregnant, which is totally awesome and crazy. 37 weeks to me is kind of a little bit bittersweet because it's known as full term, so it's awesome because if baby were to come this early, you know that it's likely their lungs would be developed enough, or they wouldn't be likely to, need to be in the NICU or something like that. But on the other hand, you could still easily have three weeks to go until your due date, and then some people go a week or two even past that point. So it's kind of one of those where it's like, I'm really excited and I feel like the baby's gonna come. And I heard someone describe it as like sort of like a Jack in the Box kind of thing. Like you hear the music and you're just waiting for it to stop. And whenever you have a lot of practice contractions or whatever, you think like, could this be it? Because I'm full term now. But it's more likely that it's not it and that you'll make it to your due date or past your due date. I just got a message, so hopefully that didn't beep on the other end. So things that have been going on, lots and lots of swelling, which is, oh man, it's really, really uncomfortable. More swelling in this pregnancy than my two previous pregnancies. Before I would just get swelling if it were really warm outside or if I had been on my feet a lot towards the end of the pregnancy. In this pregnancy, I've gotten swelling like first thing when I wake up in the morning, my hands are swollen. My feet are swollen. It's not terrible when I first wake up, but it's definitely noticeable. And then by the end of the night, I mean, I described it recently as you kind of look like an ogre from Shrek, like when the princess turns into an ogre. That's pretty much how I feel, which I know sounds a little bit arrogant because that's insinuating that I was a princess before. And I feel like compared to how I feel now, and look now, I'm like, man, I kind of miss what I looked like before, even though it wasn't my best ever. I was definitely not like huge cankles and like I can't wear my wedding ring and I just feel like a balloon. And every time I weigh myself, my weight just keeps going up and up and up, and I'm not doing anything different, like at all. I drink a ton of water. I eat a lot of ice, which is kind of for my teeth, but I eat a lot of ice because I have an iron deficiency and I crave it. And, but like my diet, I'm certainly eating more food than when I wasn't pregnant. But it's not like this uncontrollable Ben and Jerry's binging on ice cream or something like if I was doing that, then I would be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That's why I'm gaining weight rapidly. But I think it's just water retention, which is sort of scary. On the other hand, I know it's really, really common, and I'd rather it be water retention than like actual fat weight gain. I hope it's not too bright right here. Feels like I look really, really white. So yeah, so swelling, I had a doctor's appointment where they checked me for dilation, and I was just barely at a 1, which, doesn't really mean anything to me. Honestly, I don't really like that they check you that early. I mean, it's okay, I guess, like, it's, definitely, I'm curious, I would love to go in and then be like, yeah, you're 3 centimeters already, or your cervix is really soft, or feels like it's thinning out, so I could like have some hope that I'll have a fast labor or something. But yeah, I think starting to check the cervix at 36 weeks is kind of early, but that's, common practice at my OB office. If you were using a midwife or something like that, it probably wouldn't be that way, I assume. So that's pretty much it as far as the doctor's office goes. My blood pressure has been pretty good with all the swelling and everything. So there's no like real concern for preeclampsia, even though I have so much swelling. Hi. Oh, I have to show you guys Natalie. I haven't recorded her like and posted it in a while. Where's my girl? Hi. Who is that? Can you say Natalie? Natalie. Yeah, you're a big girl. You show how you clap your hands? Yeah, yay for Natalie. She was just eating a snack, so she's got some food on her face. Is that your doggy? What is your doggy's name? Doggy? What's his name? Is his name Audie? Yeah. You blow a kiss? Oh, you're so sweet. Natalie's been doing pretty well being this pregnant and home with her by myself a lot. Let me prop you guys back up here. Has its challenges, to say the least. You can see right there, there's a staircase. And in our house before, we just moved here, which I updated on, so I won't talk about that. But we have lived here now for almost 4 weeks. And before this, we did not have a staircase. So I'm glad we have stairs. I think it's really good for me. I really want to get in better shape. But starting off going upstairs at 8 months pregnant was really tough. So now that I'm like even bigger, it's hard. She does really well with the stairs. They're actually carpeted, and we have a gate at the top and the bottom. This has nothing to do with pregnancy, but just something that I was kind of thinking about. So, yeah, kind of an update on Natalie and all of that. I want to do in a separate video, which I totally fail like every time that I go to do something like that. But just like a brief kind of condensed summary. Things are going well. She is such a sweet, fun little girl. I definitely have my hands full. I also have a school-age child, as I always mention. He's at tennis camp right now, and so he's loving that. It's not like a sleepover camp, it's like a day camp. And so that's helpful for me to have him like excited about something and being active and outside and all of that. And then he comes home and he's really tired and he kind of wants to veg. And that works well. So I'm sorry I'm so white. I think it's just the light is really bright. I'm nervous for sure about going from 2 kids to 3, more so 2 kids under 2 years old, because I've never done anything like that. When I had Natalie, Sam, my oldest, had just turned 7 or was about to turn 7. And so that's just an entirely different experience to have a baby when you have a kid that's in elementary school. Because of course they're pretty self-sufficient, they're very independent, especially if you're comparing them to like a toddler. And you know, he really grasped that he was getting a sister, so it was easy for us to gauge how he would probably respond to becoming a big brother. And it's something that he really wanted for a long time, and 90% of the time they get along really well. There's definitely times where it's like, she took my Lego, you know, or something like that, but overall, it's pretty good. So I'm really nervous, like I said, about adding this little baby, and I just kind of am like picturing myself nursing him, and then like Natalie kind of crawling on me and kneading me, because she's already like constantly on me like any 1-year-old would be, right? It's not her fault. But my belly is so big and I'm so uncomfortable. Speaking of, I'll show you guys my belly and stop ranting on here. But yeah, so I can't wait to hold this little boy. I feel like I'm not going to make it to my due date. I don't see myself going another 3 weeks. But you just never know. And if anything, I'm just hoping for a quick labor. So let me point this down and I'll show you my belly. Hopefully that will work. I'm pretty big. Let's see how far back I have to get. There we go. You can see lots of Braxton Hicks. Here I am on the front. My clothes are kind of dingy and I'm like running out of stuff to wear. But yeah, I feel like he's big. Everywhere I feels like a baby. And then in my arms, my face, everywhere, I feel the fluid retention. Like I can even see it in my wrist, you know? So that's not fun. But it is what it is, right? Last time around. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well. Sorry, I'm always kind of scattered. I like never write a list. So thank you for watching. Bye.